Welcome back, everyone. It's your boy, the Blue Hair Hero, and as you might see from my outfit, I am wearing a certain particular Saiyan suit, a certain Saiyan undersuit, if you will. And if you guys can't guess what this video is me using a Majin Vegeta moveset. That is right. And I don't know if you guys can tell, because the quality's probably bad or my hair's in the way, but I have the little Majin symbol on my forehead. This is probably the best angle you could see it at, if you can see the little M. But yes, I'm doing a Majin Vegeta moveset build today. I was thinking about this actually earlier because I came up with this idea. It was like, there's gonna be a lot of Vegeta presets out there, but like one of the most famous versions of Vegeta is just Majin Vegeta, and I'm gonna go into why when we go into the PQs to go talk about it. But before we go in, I want to show you guys some of the things I put in for this moveset. So if we go ahead and go to equipment to start off, we just got the basic training suit out. I don't think Majin Vegeta actually has a particular suit, or outfit, but training suit is pretty much just the entire Majin Vegeta, outfit, because it's just literally Vegeta without his, armor on top. Of course, we got the Majin mark, which I can zoom in now if you guys can see it. Perfect in all its glory. And then we also have this. Now, listen, I can only find one Super Soul for Majin Vegeta, and while I'm actually here, I can talk about it. But pretty much, it's really useless in my case because of the fact that, yeah, here it is. Take care of your mother. It's a Prince Vegeta's Super Soul, and only once when KO restores all allies' health and fully restores all allies' ki. And while that is like a Majin Vegeta Super Soul, it's not really a useful Super Soul in this case, because I'm going to go into PQs and I'm not going to really be reviving people that much, and it's not going to be that helpful to me. So I decided to go with a different type of Super Soul. I actually looked, there was no other Prince of Destruction Super Soul that I looked it up, I couldn't find anything. So I had to think of a, type of alternate option. And I had two options, which was I could either go with a Vegeta-based Super Soul, keep it Vegeta. But I decided to settle on this one, which is actually Khalifa's Super Soul, while Super Saiyan 2 boosts the amount of ki restored XL and boosts normal attacks. And the reason for getting this Super Soul as opposed to a Vegeta one was Majin Vegeta is just literally Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta, but pretty much boosted up, if I'm correct. And the fact being is I feel it's just be kind of cool because this is just a Super Soul based around Super Saiyan 2. So I figured why not, just have this as the actual Super Soul as opposed to the one, because this actually will help me in battle and has some useful traits. And I'm gonna probably be transforming a lot to actually see if I can get more of the boosts and stuff that comes with it. So that's the outfit and the Super Soul. Let's go into the actual skill set we have. So I looked at the Vegeta preset and decided to make a combination of both presets. We have a Mighty Explosive Wave, Finish Breaker, Atomic Blast, and Big Bang Attack as our 4 moves, as well as the classic Final Flash that I use on my preset, and Final Explosion, because you can't have a Majin Vegeta preset without a Final Explosion in there. And we also have Super Vegeta in here as well, which has, the classic Super Vegeta 1, Super Vegeta 2, which I was actually realizing, oh, this is a preset that actually has a specific Awoken skill for. It's just literally just a Super Vegeta. And then we also have Explosive Wave, which is just kind of like a less better version of Super Explosive Wave, because this actually requires 300 stamina, which is 3 stamina bars, as opposed to Super Explosive Wave, which is 2. But, I mean, it's whatever, because I'm going to be fighting AI, so I can manage. But with that being said, we are going to head into the PQ, and we're going to start talking Majin Vegeta. So this is the PQ we're going to actually head into. Majin Chaos. We have to defeat 30 small Majin Boos in under 10 minutes, and we then have to defeat Majin Buu and Super Buu at the very end. And, I already got everything from here, but I figured this would be a good Majin Vegeta type of PQ to do, because we're just facing a bunch of Boos. So, the reason I chose this PQ in particular was because of the fact that Majin Vegeta was actually one of the first people to fight Majin Buu, and I figured, well, I mean, if he was the first person to fight Majin Buu, I might as well just get a very Majin Buu PQ. I looked, there wasn't really a lot of Prince of Destruction Vegeta PQs, or nothing based around it, so I figured we could just do a Majin Buu PQ. And since this one has like 30 small Majin Buus fighting, and me just taking out a bunch of them, which I'm assuming I'll be using a lot of final explosions, I figured why not just go ahead and be like, yeah, let's just go take out a bunch of Majin Buus. But while we're here now, we might as well talk about one of the most iconic versions of Vegeta, which is Majin Vegeta. So I guess we could start out with like the basis of like why he like has this like whole Majin mark and stuff. So I'm gonna be completely honest, I really haven't like seen that deep into Dragon Ball yet. Like I think the Buu arc might be the least what's it called? The least knowledgeable I think I'm on when it comes to all the arcs in Dragon Ball. Because like I'm getting to it, I'm still watching Dragon Ball Z. But it might be the most least knowledgeable version of all the Dragon Ball arcs that I know. So if my information might be a little false or not right, I'm sorry. This is just what I'm doing based on memory and assumption. But pretty much from what I'm guessing, or the scenes I have seen, is I think Vegeta was forced into the Majin type of deal, where like, cause technically being Majin in this case was like falling under Bapidi's spell and having this M mark, and they got a great deal of power with that when it came to being Majin. But when that happened with Vegeta, I think it was forced upon him from Bapidi using a mind control technique. If not, I might be referencing something a little earlier, and I think Bapidi might have given it to him as well, since I think he was looking to actually beat Goku. And I think he was looking for like a way to get stronger than him, and I think he thought Bapidi's spell, which gave him more of a boost in power, would be that reason. That was the second thing I thought of, or one of the original reasons. But with that being said, I think I think the second might be the more latter, even though I've seen a scene of the first one I was talking about. And with that being said, he got the ability of like Majins, and when he got that, he got a massive boost in power. And while he was in Super Saiyan, that was also a much greater boost in power. And, when it happened, when he started to fight Kakarot in the World Tour, we obviously got the whole scene with Shin trying to stop him from hurting, because he didn't want to revive Majin Buu, but, like, I saw, like, the scene where Vegeta explained why he did it, and how, because, like, the Majin Buu arc was literally one of the biggest turning points for Vegeta, besides, like, the Frieza arc up until this point, because of the fact that when he was in the Majin Buu arc, Vegeta was still fighting for himself. Like, not many people realize this about Vegeta, but, like, he was still pretty selfish up until, like, the beginning of, like, Super, but the end of, like, the Buu arc, because of the fact that, when Vegeta, like, was still around and stuff, he was just literally around everyone else, because he was just around Kakarot trying to become stronger. And then once he realized he can't really get stronger than Kakarot, he tried to look for this way of just becoming stronger, like, not naturally, like, he just decided to become Majin just so he can defeat him. But when that happened, he actually, just accepted the power without, like, consequence, because he just wanted it so badly to just surpass Kakarot. And that was the reason why he accepted it and wanted it. And when that happened, obviously not many people were pretty happy with the fact that Vegeta just kind of started to go back to his evil ways. Like, even when he was fighting Kakarot, he was just, like, fighting. I don't think he was fighting to kill him, actually. I think he was just fighting to defeat him. But even so, like, he destroyed, like, an entire part of, like, the World Tournament stage as a point proven. And with that being said, he was obviously dangerous, so that's the whole reason why Goku decided to take him out. Or not sorry, he didn't take him out. That's the whole reason Goku decided to fight him. I actually don't think Goku won that fight because, number one, he didn't go Super Saiyan 3, if I'm correct. And with that being said, that also made Vegeta very upset because of the fact that this entire time he thought he was stronger than Goku when he knocked him out or beat him. And then he found out that it was all a lie because he was holding back. So, like, obviously speaking, that was something that made, like, Majin Vegeta so iconic. The fact that he was just doing it to be a stronger person, to finally beat the person he's been fighting this entire time. But there was also, yeah, that was pretty much, like, he even had a whole speech at the World Tournament about, like, how much of his pride was tainted because of the fact that he had to keep getting saved by Goku and relying on others. And he just, like, wanted this as his, like, deal. Like, that was the whole thing with Majin Vegeta. He wanted this to prove that he was stronger, even though, in reality, he was not stronger. And that's what was so great about, like, the end of the Majin Buu arc. because at the end of the Majin Buu arc, when, like, Vegeta's no longer Majin at this point, you know, I'll get into the final explosion scene in a second, but at the end of the Majin Buu arc, Vegeta was, you know, accepting it. Like, that was the whole thing. Like, beginning of Super, but end of Buu arc, Vegeta finally accepted the fact that Kakarot was stronger than him, and realized, like, he still, of course the rivalry still stayed the same pretty much, except, you know, Vegeta was on the side of good this time, and learned to appreciate everyone around him, and all the people that are helping him, you know, when it comes to just him being a person. And, you know, now his whole thing is defending Earth along with Kakarot. But the thing with that also is, like, that like, his entire attitude towards everyone changed. Because before, during the Frieza arc and the Cell arc, he just minded their, oh, I mean, I'm giving him too much credit. The Frieza arc, he didn't care enough. Like, he used them either as a method of just being, like, in case Frieza really destroys him, or, like, you know, as kind of like a backup, you know, he was just playing along with them until he didn't need them anymore, is pretty much the scenario. But in the Cell arc, he was a little bit more easier because of the fact that he just didn't really care about other people, he just cared about being stronger than Goku, because at that point, like, the whole Super Saiyan was a deal, so he was just looking to learn from Goku. And with that being said, he was just sticking around, not killing people, because he didn't want Goku to actually just straight up kill him, I'm pretty sure. Or, you know, I just really don't think he cared enough to actually go ahead and just kill a bunch of people just to, you know, provoke Goku. But during the Buu arc and stuff, like I mentioned before, he after that, he actually thought he was stronger, and then it turned out he wasn't, when he found out that Goku had Super Saiyan 3, he just didn't use it. And the whole deal is, at the end, like, when he knocked out Goku, like, right when Majin Buu showed up, you know, he told Piccolo to leave and stuff, because he actually finally kind of started to understand what it meant to be as what he meant to be as, like, not just some guy out for himself. He just realized the fact that there's more in life than just being the strongest person, which, I mean, technically that is pretty much still his life, but he just realized there's more to it than being, like, the prince of all Saiyans and stuff. Like, there's more pride in having a family and stuff like that. And he learned that along the way, because, you know, it took him a long time to realize that, but it took pretty much fighting Goku and being tricked into the fact of losing, or tricked into the fact of winning. And now he's just like, you know, now he made that sacrifice because he realized what was important in his life now, as opposed to what was actually, you know, just some selfish desire of his. And, you know, like, nowadays, he's still fighting Kakarot and stuff, and, you know, trained to become stronger than him. But it's less of, like, him doing it for his own, like, pride. Well, actually, no, he's still doing it for his pride. But he's doing it for less selfish reasons. He's not doing it to be the strongest or be the king of the universe or, you know, prove his worth as a Saiyan. He's doing it because of the fact that he wants to protect the people that he cares about. And with that being said, he just, you know, now he's just reaching heights that, like, sometimes not even Kakarot can reach. Like, we got Super Saiyan Blue Evolution. Like, Goku didn't achieve that for a while. He actually surpassed Goku for the time being, even though, like, Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken was that same pretty much strength. Super Saiyan Blue Evolved is more of like a, I guess it's kind of a more easily maintained version of it. Like, just let's say Super Saiyan Blue and Kaioken are about the same strength, but Super Saiyan Blue Evolved is much stronger because of the fact that Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken really just drains the person and destroys their body in the process. So we're gonna say that Super Saiyan Blue Evolved is just a better version. But, you know, that's just the thing. I mean, like, Vegeta wanted to finally, like, that's the whole thing with Majin Vegeta. That was his biggest transition of personality attitude. The fact being that he switched from being someone who only cared about himself and only cared about being the strongest person out there to being someone who still tries to be the strongest out there, but his intentions are changed from doing it for himself to doing it to protect the people he loves. And, you know, with that being said, you just finished. But, you know, let's go cut to the outro so we can have some epic and outro stuff. So we have reached the end of the video. Guys, I hope you guys enjoyed. I know I didn't really use a lot of the other moves and stuff. I used, like, Mighty Explosive Wave, I used Atomic Blast, I used Finish Breaker. I missed out using Big Bang Attack and Final Flash a lot, but, you know, I mean, you still saw, like, a good part of, like, all the Majin Vegeta moves. And, you know, I kind of really went in depth with this more than I thought I would, because the whole idea with, like, Majin Vegeta being the whole turning point in personality for Vegeta himself, and the fact that that was the arc that made him, like, the person he is today. where he starts fighting for the people he cares about as opposed to fighting for himself, and actually standing up for others around him and standing up for good. And, it just kind of shows the impact that Goku made on him, even throughout the other previous arcs. Even during that arc when, he fought him, it just kind of changed Vegeta for the better. So anyway, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this Majin Vegeta moveset video. I hope to see you in the next one. Goodbye.